After we do our line check, we want to set the brakes, which means I'm going to place them in a certain way to make sure they're set. Before I show you how to set the brakes, I want to show you a little trick that you want to get in the habit of. The typical problem with brakes and setting the brakes is after a jumper comes down for a jump, he'll tend to twist the toggle and then set the brakes. Twist the toggle and set the brakes, and twist the toggle and set the brakes. And after quite a few jumps, he starts putting, or they, start putting twists in the actual brake line. See what's happening here? Now, remember when we were talking about the deployment of the parachute, the slider has to slide down. If you start getting the brake lines twisting like this, you could have what's called slider hang-up, which means the slider can't slide down, canopy can't open. So I'm going to show you a little trick how to take the twist out of the brakes. So to take out the line twist, just grab the brake line, and you're going to follow it up past the slider. So I'm just following the brake line up past the slider. Come to the very end of the canopy here. And the easiest way to do this is just to line up all the brake lines like that. And I basically just give it a bit of line tension, and I eventually come to this cascade part here. And you pinch the line. So I'm pinching the line, and I'm pushing up all the twists at the end of the line here. I'm pushing down all the twists of the line here. So continuing, push the twist down. And you can see there's quite a few twists in this brake line here. So I'm just forcing the twist up, forcing the twist down the brake line. Depends, I guess, where your perspective is. But you're just forcing it by hand, manually. Down, 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 down. And you just want to continue all the way to the end here. And you just untwirl the toggle, the brake line. And that's how you very slowly take out line twist in a brake line. Do you have to do this every single jump? No. After you take out the twist of the brake line, it should be quite a few jumps before these twists come back. However, get in the habit at the end of the day of jumping to take out the twist, to take out the twist in the brake lines to prevent a slider hang-up malfunction. After we've done a thorough line check, we've taken all the twists out of the brake lines, now we're ready to actually set them. To do that, what we want to do is take the brake line, and see that cat's eye in the brake line. We want to bring it past the guide ring. Then we want to take the stiff end of the toggle, stick it in the cat's eye, and then there will be a little keeper of some sort for the toggle. Place it in. And on mine here, I have this local rigger fix. This bottom tuck goes into the riser like that. And then I happen to have a keeper here for the excess line, for the brake line. So I just make a little loop like that. Place it into that back keeper. And boom, that's how you set your brakes. So again, showing the other side here. I want to bring the cat's eye. So the cat's eye on the brake line past the guide ring. The stiff end of the toggle, stick it in the cat's eye. Place it in the top keeper here, the toggle. And then the bottom part of the toggle, I want to place in the bottom keeper. Flip it over. Excess line. Just put in the back keeper here, the back of the riser. Now the key thing about stowing your brakes is it takes 2 seconds to make sure you did the job right. Just hold the riser down and give it a little tug, and you notice it hasn't popped. One rule of thumb is I like to keep everything symmetrical. So you notice the line coming out on the outside here. We want it to come on the inside, exactly the same like this one. And there we go. Again, do a little check. It's good to go.